I mentioned before that I was done reading the Old Testament, and if you are to notice, the last summary that I recorded was from the book of Daniel. So after ng book of Daniel ay wala pa akong summary ng mga books after that. And I'm starting to read na the book of Matthew, which is the first book sa New Testament. Since there's a lot of books pa after the book of Daniel, I can't have a summary of each of the book na. So what I'm gonna say na lang is parang summary of all the books from the book of Isaiah hanggang sa last book, which is the book of Malachi. So one discovery that I have made here is that sina Isaiah pala, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, hanggang kay Malachi, they were prophets. So ngayon ko lang nalaman that they were prophets pala. And yung mga books na sinulat nila, they wrote what God told them. Yung messages ni God, and those are the contents of their books. So some of the prophecies or visions that they have seen and have written on those books, some had happened already, some are, I think, are happening right now. Yung mga rivers sa mga desert, and yung mga pagda-dry out ng mga rivers sa ilang parts ng mundo, and yung other heavenly wonders, yung mga nangyayari na hindi naman pangkaraniwan sa sky. So those are some of the visions or prophecies of the prophets na sila yan, sina Joel, Amos, Habakkuk, yun sila. So since ang dami pang books, there are 17 books from Isaiah to the book of Malachi. I'll just cite one specific message that is remarkable for me. This is remarkable for me kasi it is written on the pledge envelope that we have in church. So, nababasa ko lang siya pero hindi naman talaga siya pumapasok sa utak ko. Nabasa ko lang siya but then hindi ako nagkaroon ng realization. So, I have realized this, I have discovered this when I watched the interview of Miss Karen Davila kay Donnie Pangilinan. So, I am talking about tithing. Malachi, chapter 3, verse 10. Sabi dito, bring the full tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house, and thereby put me to the test, says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven for you and pour down for you a blessing until there is no more need. So, nandun yung words na full tithe. Tapos, dun sa napanood ko, Miss Karen told Donnie, hanga ako sa'yo because you do tithing. Is that right? Tapos sabi ni Donnie, yes, I do that. Tapos sabi ko, bakit hindi ba normal sa mga actors and actresses na nagbibigay ng tithe? Sa dami ng income nila, sa dami ng pera nila, hindi sila nagta-tithe sa church? And then, I started to make a research about the difference between offerings and tithes. So, ano ba ang offering? And ano ba ang tithe? So, pag sinabi mo palang tithe, yan yung 10% ng income mo. Parang tax mo kay God kasi you believe sa God's provision sa buhay mo. Ina-acknowledge mo yung pagbibigay, pagpo-provide ni God ng mga kailangan mo, ng mga blessings mo. So, 10%. So, for example, you are receiving 25,000 sa isang month. So, you have to give back the 10% of that, which is 2,500. So, yan yung sinasabing tithe. Pag sinabi mo na yung offering, yan yung mga binibigay mo sa church na bukal sa puso mo, na walang amount. So, any amount or in kind. So, cash or sabihin natin food or clothing or whatever that the church needs. So, yan pala yung offering or nagpapa-thank you ka sa kung ano pa man. So, offering yan. So, yun yung naging remarkable sa akin that I wanna share sa mga tao, because maybe it's not only me who didn't know na iba pala yung offering and tithe. Kasi nung bata pa ako, pag sinabing nagbibigay ako ng offering sa church, akala ko tithing na yon. Akala ko I do tithing na. So, hindi pa pala. Pag sinabi mong full tithe, yan yung 10% ng income mo. And the offering is beyond the 10%, kung ano yung gusto mo pang ibigay sa church. So, yun po. Sana po may natutunan kayo, and thank you po for watching. God bless you. God bless us po.